Everybody, it's Kristen with Us to See Yellow We Must. Today is Wednesday, May the 17th, 2017, and I'm coming to you with my week 22 duodenal switch update. And I have some basic stats. I started this journey last July the 29th at a weight of 435. My high weight was actually about 450. And I used the ketogenic diet to lose 64 pounds before surgery, which was December the 13th, 2016. At that time, I had a weight of 371. And last week, I came to you with a weight of 301.6. And yesterday, which was my weigh-in day, I was 299. So I had a weekly weight loss of 2.6 pounds. Today, I did get down to 298. And I will not be weighing between now and probably next Tuesday, which is my weigh-in day, because I am leaving for Portland tomorrow. I'm really excited. And I'll tell you a lot more about that in a minute. But so I had a weekly weight loss of 2.6 pounds, and that is a total of 72 pounds since surgery, and a total of 136 since last July, 136 pounds since last July. So I'm happy with that. I'm excited to be under 300, of course. It's been a crazy week. I did see all the way down to 289, which probably was a glitch, all the way up to 302, which hopefully was a glitch. So I mentioned last week that I do have problems with my scale, so that's a major issue. But I'm just hoping to have a really great week in Portland and to lose a lot of weight this week with all the exercise and eating right and not being surrounded by all the temptations, and just come back and be so low in the 290s that, you know, we never see 300 again. That's the hope. Anyway, I want to welcome a new person to my channel, a new subscriber, but also a new person to our YouTube community. I am so excited about this. We have a new friend in Canada. Her name is Tiffanie. I will be linking to her channel. Her channel is called Tiffanie SwitchedOn. And Tiffanie is about my age, and she is having the Sadie surgery in Ontario on June the 1st. So a big shout out to Tiffanie. I will be linking to her channel, and I'd love for you to keep up with her. She's a really, really good YouTuber. She's awesome, wonderful. So I'm really excited to have her on board with us. And another new person that has joined our community in the last several months, Tammy, Shrinking VioletDS, is a Portlander, if that's how you say that. And we will be seeing each other tomorrow. She offered to pick me up at the airport. I'm so excited because I do get in pretty early, around noonish. And so I'm hoping to see beautiful Portland, and I get to go see a waterfall, which I'm really excited about because we don't really have waterfalls in Texas. So I am really, really looking forward to this weekend. This is a really big deal for me. I have not traveled since I became ill, and alone. Last year I went to Honduras for a little bit of time, and it was a very bad experience. It was very difficult for me to travel in the Houston airport. I did need a seatbelt extender, and I did sit with my children. Now, tomorrow I will be seated alone, or maybe with a stranger, and my husband thinks I'm not going to need the seatbelt extender, so be on the lookout, because I do plan to share my experience probably on Instagram, definitely not Facebook, but probably on Instagram, and possibly get a picture or a video and more videos for my trip to Portland to WLSFA. So I'm really excited to see what happens this next couple days. I am taking my walker, which generally I'm homebound. I mean, I pretty much don't get out that much. At my home, I do what's called wall walking barefoot. Barefoot, I'm pretty decent-ish, but with any type of shoe on, because I have no balance and I can't feel the ground through the shoe of any kind, I I don't have any sense of where I am in space. And so I do mostly use my cane. But I found that my cane doesn't fit in my suitcase that I'm bringing. So I'm not sure if I'm even going to bring a cane on my trip to Portland. I'm going to talk to my husband, kind of get some of his advice and decide whether I'm just going to take the walker or if I'm also going to take the cane. So I haven't decided, but, I don't have a roommate. I wasn't able to find one. And so I am staying away from the conference hotel. I'm staying near the airport. I really struggled to get a hotel. You know, I really didn't want to spend over $100 because I didn't have a roommate. I didn't want to spend over $100. And so I ended up using Priceline, and I got a room by the airport. So the good thing is that I am a user of paratransit here in San Antonio called ViaTrans, which means I ride the special buses with the lifts and everything. And my ViaTrans was able to transfer my eligibility to the TriMet lift system in Portland. So for just $2.50 each way, I'm going to have a ride to and from my hotel, as well as I can get a ride for Sunday to get to the airport. So I'm really, you know, excited. It's going to work out great, and it'll give me a chance to get my rest, because that's something I'm a little concerned about with my condition. I'm going to be walking a lot more. With a cane, I can't really walk very far. It's kind of painful. I'm not very steady, and it's just difficult. But with a grocery cart or a walker, I do much better. I'm much more stable. And so I am excited to see how many steps I'm going to be getting in with this trip. I ordered a pedometer on Amazon last week, and it came in on time and everything, and it doesn't work. It was $10, but it doesn't work. And so I guess the way I'm going to track my steps is through my phone, through Samsung Health. I think it's kind of accurate enough. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't know. I don't know how many steps I'm going to get, but it's going to be a lot more than I normally get. So I'm just excited to see how well I do with walking with the walker. If I do great walking with the walker, because I mean, I've taken my walker to Fiesta, Texas, to the zoo, a couple other places, Six Flags, a couple of SeaWorld, a couple other places, but to the mall. But for the most part, I just do very short distances with the cane. So no idea, but I'm excited. Very excited, and it's gonna be great. So I have packed already. I got a haircut. I really like it. And I colored my hair, and I really like it too. So I think I look amazing, and I'm really just super excited. I have packed, and I have my vitamins packed, and I have them just in my regular vitamin sleeve, you know, and everything, and I have them in my purse. Oh, I'm so nervous. I don't even know if that's going to work well. So if anyone knows, let me know. I mean, there's no other option. I have so many vitamins, and I take them from so many sources that I can't, there's no way I can bring every single bottle. So I at least pretty much know what each one is, and I can tell the security guy, this is this is that, this is why, blah, blah, blah. I guess I'm thinking that if worse comes to worse, I will ask for a moment to try to take as many pills in the morning as I can. Tomorrow at 4:30 a.m., try to chug all my Thursdays, and then throw away Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and just not have them. I really hope that I at least get to keep my pantoprazole, which is my reflux medicine, but maybe I should take that separate. I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying not to stress about the little things, but for some reason this seems like such a huge thing. So if anyone knows, please let me know, because I am stressing about the vitamins and the minerals and the supplements and the couple medications I take. None of them are critical. If I go a couple days without them, I'm sure I won't die. But, you know, I do like to stay on my routine and my regimen. So we'll see what happens. One more thing I wanted to talk about, and I'll try to make it kind of brief, but I have meant to tell y'all what Hasta Cielo y Más means to me for a long time, and I just never seem to find the time. So since we have just celebrated Mother's Day on Sunday, I will use this opportunity to tell you, as well as because Tiffanie SwitchedOn, who I am linking in the bottom, and I'm going to link Tammy from Shrinking VioletDS. Tiffanie mentioned my channel name in her first video, and I remembered or realized that I haven't really shared with you what Hasta Cielo y Más means. So I am married to a Honduran gentleman. We've been married over 15 years, and we were never able to have children. I've always wanted to be a mom. I've always wanted to be a very hands-on mom. I did not have a hands-on mom. My mom, to be honest, was a workaholic. And from a very young age, I was a latchkey kid. And so I always wanted to be a very hands-on mom. And I was not able to have children and ended up with uterine cancer. I had to have a hysterectomy. I actually had my hysterectomy at about the weight I am now. I had gone from 450 down to just under 300 to try to get pregnant at the weight of 250, because I am pretty tall. My doctor had agreed to help me with fertility treatments, Clomid, whatever really, to try to get pregnant. I had worked so hard. It had taken me a bit longer than it has this time, of course. I did it on my own. But I lost over 150 pounds to try to get pregnant. And I was diagnosed with uterine cancer and had to have a hysterectomy. And adoption really wasn't something that was out of the question for me. I didn't really care too much where my children came from. I just wanted to be a mom. And so very shortly after I'd gone through the surgery, I actually spent my second month of recovering from my hysterectomy in Honduras with my mother-in-law, who's celebrating her birthday today. Happy birthday, Mom. And feliz cumpleaños, Mami, Domi. But I spent my second month of my recovery in Honduras with the hope of learning more about Honduran adoption. It just seemed the right place to adopt from. Well, I got an education pretty quickly about how crazy things are in Honduras. Too long to go into, but basically, my mother-in-law, her health is not very good. She's a brittle diabetic, and she is not able to take care of herself properly. To some degree, chooses not to. And from here, it's very hard for us, but we do the best we can to support her with her diabetes. But we do support her entirely, but with her diabetes. But anyway, I don't really know how that will manifest. But about 8 or 9 years ago, when all of this was happening with my hysterectomy and the adoption ideas and everything, we were offered my sister-in-law's children to adopt. So my 3 children, who many of you have probably seen on Instagram, I have twins who are 15 and a 13-year-old son. So a boy and a girl, twins, and a 13-year-old son. They were being cared for by my mother-in-law, whose health was not good at the time. You know, in retrospect, my health just prior to this journey was probably about where hers was or is. Decisions, you know, choices that we've made and decisions that we've come to, and wow, It's quite a journey, I tell you. But anyway, we decided to try to adopt the children, to give them a better life and to bring them to the US and to have a family here. And it took 4 years, 4 very, very long, arduous years. We went through coups, earthquakes, floods, hurricanes, strikes, changes in administrations, changes in attorneys, a significant amount of money. And finally, after 4 years, in December of 2012, we brought them home. And it's been a difficult adjustment for everyone, but we are at a point where we have seen tremendous growth and blessing in our children, and everything is just really wonderful right now. So we all couldn't be happier, but and with my health improvement, in spite of my significant disability that prevents me from working and driving, we are now at a point where, you know, our family is in a much happier, healthier place. So anyway, hasta cielo y más. So I did blog when I was going through the adoption process, and my blog was called Hasta cielo y más. And hasta cielo means until heaven. Y más means and more. And hasta cielo was the phrase that my children and I used when we would say goodbye, when we would talk on Skype or the phone, when we were going through the adoption process. So until heaven. And so it's kind of a little bit more complicated than that, but that's basically the gist of how I became a mom and how my journey to motherhood. And I decided to continue it on to my journey to health, because at the rate I was going, I was closer to heaven than I was to living a long life as a mom here on earth. So that's my story. Anyway, I look forward to seeing everyone in Portland that's going to be able to make it. I look forward to hearing where we're going to be next year, because I do want to go back. I already know I'm going to have a great time. So from Texas, I want to wish you a beautiful weekend, and just enjoy whatever weather you're having. I understand it's going to be beautiful in Portland, so I'm really hoping to get some video clips and maybe parse them together and make something awesome. Not that it'll be that great, but something cool. And God bless y'all from the heart of Texas. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.